So, welcome to my next video in regards to the Scout X4 by Walkera. What we've got is the now complete, finished article that I put together a couple of days ago. I'll run through it. I'll try not to be too in-depth with it. I'll just go over what we've got here and how it was all put together, and I'll just go over with the bits. Just to remind you, this is not, has not been flown yet, and so it's ready to fly. I'm just waiting for the right day. So the transmitter here hasn't changed really since my first video. All that's gone on now is the aerial and the video downlink transmitter, which has been screwed onto the top on there. That's the really only thing that's changed for the transmitter. You probably really don't need to see too much else on that at the moment. So, the Scout X4. As you can see down here, the mount, the gimbal, should I say, is in place. The GoPro is not on there at the moment because that's what I'm using to film this video. I will show you a cutaway soon of the GoPro on here, and you can see it working. So at the moment, as you can see, it's using the weight here, so it's showing that it's all over the place. But this wire here is the wire that plugs into the, should say, USB port of the GoPro camera. So yeah. So what have we got? So first things first, the 4 propellers on the top here. These are, you just need to be careful when you're putting them on, because here there's an arrow which tells you which way the motors are going, and you need to match that arrow on the blade, and it's the same for all 4. You'll notice that rather than having, say, the 2 black at the back, you've got the silver either side and the 2 black either side there. They literally just screw on and self-tighten. There's no spanner, nothing needs to go on that. They self-tighten, everything's great with that. The next bit, let's reverse it round to the back. So in the back here we have the battery. Let me highlight that with a torch for you. The battery here, that's the LiPo, and when turned on that will display how much battery power you've got. You've got 2 switches for the on, you've got to flick this on, and then you get to turn on the Scout here. Here, this aerial here is the way I describe it is the downlink, which will transmit the picture from the GoPro through the aerial here to the transmitter screen, and that's plugged in via cables to the power source, which is underneath, and is powered by the LiPo, the main LiPo. And as I say, you know, you don't need that if you're just planning to record all your footage, but if you want to see what you're flying into, this transmitter with this cable here will basically send the information to your screen so you can see where you're flying. I've positioned it here and stuck it on the back. You could stick it anywhere. I'll show you in a minute where I've stuck it. I've stuck it going out the back. There is no sticky tape for the transmitter. I've used some 3M double-sided. It's very strong. I've used it on a number of things and it's not failed me yet. So that's pretty much on the top. So we'll flick it on to its side. Be careful. Okay. Complicated it looks. Let's try and ignore the gimbal here because we all know what that's doing. So, as I say, that's the transmitter. That's stuck on double-sided. As you can see, there's a wire behind that, and that plugs into the DC in there. So that powers that. This is the 3D gimbal. So this basically controls, through the use of the transmitter, the ability to move the camera, which I'll show you. I've got to do a bit of tidying up with the cables, which I will do with cable ties, but otherwise that's really about it. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I've tested to make sure all the cables and everything work, which it does. Just got to be mindful. The 3D gimbal plugs in on this side, in there, and this transmitter uses the power from this sort of socket here, and then this gimbal slides on, kind of locks into place, and then you just screw it in with one nut, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much overall what we've got. Worth showing you. So I will try and show you here, if you can see that, and let me just see if I can take this off. The white dot there is what appears to be some sort of paint or glue of some sort. I'm not going to touch that. A bit wary of what that might start peeling. And here, up here, the carbon fibre is not. It's almost like a clear lacquer of something is starting to peel. I've been told a bit of clear nail varnish might sort that out. But other than that, that's pretty much it. This is due to fly hopefully next week. In the meantime, I will cut to a video now, which I'll take on my mobile phone, of the gimbal in place and with the transmitter and everything turned on, so you can see what eventually you'll be seeing when the Scout X is up in the air.